Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. Welcome to another full English lesson for all those who can't get enough of the English language. If it's your first time here, can I say a big hello and welcome. Before I begin today's lesson, I would like to set a brain teaser for you so as to get you scratching your heads with confusion and confabulation. Is that a real word? Well, if it isn't, it should be. The question is, what word can be used alongside the following 5 words? The words are hole, fob, cutter, chain, house. I will give you the answer at the end of this video lesson. So, get your thinking caps on. Here's an interesting phrase that can be used to show the popularity of a certain person or thing. To be popular during the current period can be described as being the flavour of the month. To be the flavour of the month means that something is popular. A certain person or perhaps a trend that is currently seen as fashionable or popular can be described as the flavour of the month. A pop star or an actor might come from nowhere and be lauded with praise and positive reviews. That person is the flavour of the month. A certain style of dress or accessory that suddenly becomes the must-have item will most likely be described as being the flavour of the month. Open shoulders on ladies' dresses and tops are the flavour of the month at this year's fashion show. A certain genre of movie or book might become the flavour of the month. That particular type of story has become popular amongst moviegoers and readers. Right now, superhero movies are the flavour of the month for moviegoers. Historical tales of colonial Britain have become the flavour of the month for readers. Of course, it is possible to stop being fashionable and lose that popularity. The thing in question was the flavour of the month until something new came along to take its place. It would be fair to say that whatever the thing is, be it in show business, fashion, kids' toys or entertainment, it is not easy to become the flavour of the month. And when it does happen, quite often, it does not last long. It's time to take a look at another buzzword. A buzzword is a word or phrase that is popular during a certain period or is generally popular in everyday use. Today's buzzword is deep fake. The word deep fake is a noun that names a video that has been manipulated somehow to create a false news story or to spread untrue information. This normally involves using a computer-generated representation of a well-known person which has been superimposed or merged onto the body of another person. The movement of their mouth might be altered or their body might have been altered somehow. Oh my! What has happened to Master Duncan? Where has he gone? Oh. Okay, I'm back. That was not a good example of a deep fake, but you get the general idea. Have you ever been tricked by a deep fake video? Here are 2 words that appear similar, but in fact have very different meanings. The words are elude and allude. First of all, the word elude means to avoid or escape capture. To hide away or move to another place so as to avoid being caught is elude. To avoid capture by using clever or cunning methods is to elude. The escaped prisoner has so far eluded the police. The man managed to elude the police for a week before he was captured. Something that cannot be remembered or understood might elude you. It cannot be remembered or comprehended. The subject of quantum physics eludes most people. To fail at achieving something that has been sought or worked for might be expressed as elude. You almost reached your goal, but in the end, it eluded you. Sadly for the British swimming team, that sought-after gold medal eluded them. Then there is the word allude, which means to indirectly mention or hint at something without saying it directly. It is alluded to, but not said explicitly. This word is not used with an object, but instead is used to make a suggestion without being too direct. You might allude to the guilt of a person in a crime investigation. You asked me where I was last Friday night. What are you alluding to? You often allude to me having an affair, but I can assure you it is not true. To allude is to hint, suggest, imply, mention, cite. You might make an allusion to something. You don't say it directly. A brief or short mention of something can be described as alluding. You don't want to talk for a long time about a particular subject, so instead you simply allude to it. So there you have them, two words that look similar but are in fact very different indeed. Isn't it strange how sometimes two things can go together so well? A combination of separate, contrasting things joined together to match up perfectly. There is a great phrase in English that describes this occurrence. They go together like peas in a pod. We can also say two peas in a pod. Also, things that match or complement each other well go together like a pair of socks. Although quite often I've noticed that my socks do not go together well. They are often odd. They are different from each other. They do not match. Two things that do not go together well might be described as being like chalk and cheese. Two things that do not match, or might in fact clash with each other, are often as different as chalk and cheese. Well, sadly, we have reached the end of another full English lesson. Oh, Mr. Duncan, it's not fair. We wish this lesson would go on forever. Imagine that. Before I let you go, here is the answer to the brain teaser that I set for you earlier. I asked you to name the word that can go alongside the following 5 words. The words are hole, fob, cutter, chain, house. The answer is key. You can have a keyhole, which is where you insert a key so as to lock or unlock a door. Then there is key fob, which is a piece of material that helps you hold and carry a set of keys. Then there is key cutter, which is a machine for making a door key. Then there is key chain, which is a long chain used for attaching a set of keys to a person's clothing. And finally there is house key, which is the key to the door of your house, be it at the front, the back, or the side. That is it. I will see you again very soon for another full English lesson. I hope you have enjoyed this, and I really hope it has been useful to you. See you again soon. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English saying thanks for watching. See you again soon. Take care. Until next time. And of course, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Ta-ta for now.